sold everything, nigga. Fucking heartbroken. I ain't got a band, get it down like Harpo. Yo, 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 yo. Yo, 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 yo. Remember mama used to drop me off there in neon. She used to tell me, oh, be fun. 6 mile nigga. Spot still on auto drive. No.
Hey man, hold up, bro. You can hear that in the background?
You want me to tell a joke or you want me to tell the truth?
Nah, I was just saying it's the rain too loud, basically. It's raining like a motherfucker.
No, I can hear you.
All right. Shit, what's poppin', man?
You say, can you hear that? I was about to be like, what, the app? What's up, bro? What's going on?
Not much, man. Just finishing up this little beat pack. That's about it. What you over there chomping on, nigga?
I got some fruit snacks. I might smoke again, but I definitely already have been smoking, so.
That okay. I was trying to see if that was a custom sweatshirt you had on.
It is, but it's not mine.
Yeah.
This lucky shit. What's up though, bro? What you got going on for today?
You see what I got going on?
You said you got a beat. You working on a beat pack that you about to drop?
Yeah. Working
When
on some shit that I'm about to drop. I just be this probably gonna be like the last little beat pack before the end of the year. No, I think I got one more. After this
when
one.
you say beat pack, what do that mean for the people that don't know?
Well, to me, I mean, for me, it's just a collection of beats that I'm working on. I work on like 14 beats at a time, basically. So,
Like playlist, like an album at a time?
like a what?
Like an album at a time?
I ain't gonna lie, this last beat pack is what really put me in that mode. Like, it felt like I was creating an album. You know what I'm saying? Like, and every time, because I usually was doing it just to be up on product, just to have enough inventory. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But then after I started doing it that way for a while, it started feeling like I was working on albums at a time. Because when I'm working on 14 beats, I'm gonna make sure I don't have too many of this beat or this type of beats, or so it's like it felt like I was making an album, opposed to just making one beat at a time to where, you know what I'm saying?
Because even without the words of songs being on there, when you making a beat pack that you want to give people a selection to cop from, you still kind of making an album in your mind of like you trying to cover all the bases of what they would want to buy, just like you trying to cover all the bases of what a motherfucker would want to hear. You feel me?
Yeah, and it just be something in me too. Like after I hear too many of the same types back to back, it'll just give me a feeling I want to go in a different direction. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Let's
So
talk about um let's talk about beats. Like let's talk about what
beats.
yeah.
Uh-oh.
I mean we kind
You ready?
of
You ready?
yeah.
All right, let's
So look, let's talk about what year did you get hip to Fruity Loops?
probably like oh 02 or 03. Maybe like yeah, like around that time probably.
Are you the type of producer that likes you got your favorite version of Fruity Loops, or do you like to stay on the most modern one?
I ain't gonna lie, like a lot of the little subtle shit that niggas be saying that they don't like, that they like over the next one and all that shit for us. I don't be noticing that shit for real. Niggas be saying, man, like FL12, your drums will hit harder or some shit like that. And I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't be noticing that shit.
I
For
got
real.
the one. I got 12 and 20, and I only like working on 12
You got 12
and 20.
and you say you don't notice the difference?
I don't like working on 20.
You don't like working on 20? Now, when it
That's
comes
fat.
to, yeah, I know I seen you put Taylor something on the
That's why I'm like, I don't know. That's his name. So, but in case people don't know that would like to know that this is actually him, he make sure he put his name so they don't think it's a motherfucking UD for the summer camp or so shit. You feel me?
yeah.
So you said that some people say that the drums hit harder on 12 than other Fruity Loop versions.
Yeah, shit like that. Shit like that. But I'm talking about far as workflow. That's the shit I notice about the difference between certain shit. Like if they add a new feature or some shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Like just some obvious changes, not really the changes that don't nobody know about. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't really supposed to be no changes.
You said it ain't supposed to be.
Not far as with the sound or nothing. Like ain't nobody been complaining about the sound, so what they changing it for? If anything, like you ever heard of a dry session? Like if somebody's like send me that session dry, that means like without no effects on that bitch. Like so if like a dry session should always be the same. Basically, it shouldn't be no changes. A dry session is a session without no fucking effects. So if you make another Fruity Loops, it should be basically a dry session. That you gotta add new features, like the features that they putting on there. Then I mean that they add to the new version. Put them, you know what I'm saying? Like you can use them how you want to use them, but they addition to basically niggas be saying like naturally the shit is like that.
So are you saying that they can make new shit with it the exact same way?
No, I'm saying make new shit, but just have it as a plug-in. Don't have it as
Changing the
like because it's not. Yeah, it just sounds like the system make the drums different. That's how they describing it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not a 20 look better, but it's different. Like, I don't like that. I don't like figuring out what I already know all over again.
Yeah, but I mean, I ain't gonna lie, like I don't have that issue of figuring out where shit is when a new shit come out, or when a new FL come out.
Right.
Maybe because like I already know a little bit more about it. So I don't know. I don't never really have a problem figuring out what the new shit is.
How you think FL helped the game? You think FL helped the game or hurt the game?
Depending on what aspect you speaking on. You know what I'm saying? If you speaking on like helping it as far as getting money, then yeah, it's definitely helping it getting money. But if you talking about helping it as far as like making niggas better musicians, then no, it's not making niggas better musicians, but it's making niggas better in some type of way. It's definitely more people able to make beats because of Fruity Loops. You get what I'm saying? More people able to make money because of Fruity Loops.
I guess you got to sacrifice. Well, you don't have to, but I guess sometimes we sacrifice in quality for innovation.
Yeah, you got to compromise something.
Yeah. So, I mean, music. How much better was production before FL? It was there was some low level shit that came in the game from FL, but there's also some shit from FL that niggas did in the game you will never be able to tell they did it on that shit. You feel me?
Yeah, FL had. I mean, like before FL, niggas was really like they was more than just like for real. It was if you understand the game, it come from like before FLs, it was just like Phantoms and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And Yamahas and shit like that. So and then they had programming and shit on that type of shit, but it came before that, then it wasn't no motherfucking Yamaha. Or it wasn't no, I mean, it probably was a Yamaha, but it wasn't no programming. You know what I'm saying? So a nigga really had to
Without the
like
program,
if we want strings played,
you had to be able to hook up to them racks and shit without the computer. You feel me? Like you really got to run that shit. You know what I mean? We talking like before MIDI.
Shit, yeah, the motherfucker, like, it was just more a detailed. I mean, paid attention to detail back then because a nigga only had to play one instrument. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So yeah, that's it. And then putting all that shit in one spot, it just changed the game. It changed who you had to be to even get in the game. You ain't
Right.
got to be the same nigga no more. Like,
And that made it better and worse at the same time. It made it better for people getting in, but worse on quality being high. You feel me? I mean, like we said, you got to sacrifice something somewhere, I guess. You feel me? So I ain't gonna lie, bro. I feel like, and I'm gradually getting somewhere, but I feel like what we talking about with the FL, and then like we pretty much talking about the DIY generation. You feel me? The do it yourself generation. And I mean, there was people that lowered the bar in the quality in some ways because of the, just the ability to get in more easier. But there are some people
hold
that
on,
did.
say what you just said again.
There was some people that lowered the bar as far as quality wise with ability, just the ability to get in easier. You feel me? But some people had that DIY process and still had high quality shit. You feel me? So I'm just looking at like the generational differences of high quality. What you think about that?
I think high quality, like, this generation is more nerds, more technical. Like, the quality come from technology. You know what I'm saying? Opposed to the quality coming from music theory. You know what I'm saying? I guess music theory, but it's really like intelligence and music. But now it's just about technology now.
And
Like,
I guess
that's where I mean, niggas is advanced. If you know how to use Fruity Loops, you can make a great beat. Like, you ain't gotta, you know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is know how to use it.
you ain't
You know what I'm saying?
music theory. You just got to know how to work this.
Yeah. Now, you still got to know music theory a little bit, bro. But if you know how to use the program, you can kind of get what you want across. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So I feel like I was saying, there's still good artists with the DIY generation. So, but I just feel like it just put more awareness on the bad artists. You feel me? Kind of like what they say about with the police killings and cell phones. Like it's been going on. It's just more awareness on it with people being able to film it themselves. It's not. It's people that's playing the role of the media when they take their phone out and film shit like that and put it on the. You know what I mean? So when you look at the difference in just the generational differences with that, how do you look at the GOAT of this generation compared to the GOAT of the last generation?
How I look at the what of this generation?
The GOAT of this generation compared to
The
the GOAT
code of it.
the GOAT, the GOAT.
Oh, the goat. Um. So who to go to this generation? Drake.
Yeah, it's
That's just understood. Ain't even no debate about that.
pretty quick.
And who to go to the last generation? Cause we got to figure out who to go to who before we compare them.
Jay-Z and Drake.
Jay-Z to go to the last generation.
Yeah.
So we got a
So
generation before that. What's the generation before Jay-Z?
like Biggie and Tupac.
Okay, so that's not, you don't consider that around the same time. Like
Nah,
Jay-Z,
not
you don't put.
like think
I put
about it.
Jay-Z and Nas in the same, huh?
Think about it like this. It's like when certain people like Tom Brady, if Tom Brady would have retired in the middle of his run of like 3 championships, then if he winning nonstop, then if he just stopped playing, somebody else gets the win that wouldn't get the win. Like when we think about Where did music go after Jay-Z retired? To the South. You feel me? Maybe that wouldn't have happened if he wouldn't have just let it go. You feel me? So then you got to look at maybe Jay-Z wouldn't have got to be Jay-Z if Biggie and Tupac would have got to still be alive. You feel me?
I ain't gonna lie, I feel you. I do feel you, especially with the Jay-Z shit with Big and Pac. But just the way that Jay-Z turned out makes me feel like there was no stopping it.
Work, what's up, my boy? Work said J era is dying off. Now here's where I'm gonna just speak for EQ. We obviously agree with you because LeBron's era is dying off. Because how many people that's 40 can still fucking play in the NBA with 21-year-old niggas? Like, that's the rarity
I
of
ain't gonna
him
lie,
still.
I just kind of take offense to that statement. Just putting the word dying in there, I don't like that. You know what I'm saying?
Explain.
Because it's like, because the last album he put out was successful.
He said his era.
Right, but what is the era? You know what I'm saying? Why is it dying? Because to me,
Basically.
if that's the case, it's over with. Like, it's past
Yeah,
that. Jay passed his era.
Nas is the only one left.
And Nas is past that era too. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not in that era no more.
Yeah, but he's saying from that era that's still going in these times and eras. You feel me?
Yeah, but it's like the only people that's left is the people that will stay around forever.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? That's the only people that's left. It ain't people that still got the potential of dying still around. Those people are gone and been gone.
You want to know what's funny? Think about LeBron. He's still playing. Melo, he's not playing. D Wade, he's not playing. Chris Paul. It's about
seen that last post that you just posted, Chris Paul. That last.
You want to talk about that?
That nigga said ain't been shit since Kanye said that shit.
Bro, listen, right? Let me ask you a question. When you're a quarterback or a point guard, how good are you if you don't win?
What you say?
When you're a quarterback or a point guard, how good are you if you don't win?
You're not good. You're not good. It's on. Everything is on you. That's the one. Ain't the point guard called the one? You ain't the one, nigga. You the one.
Bruh. When we talk about top 5 point guards, we got to talk about winning. When we talk about top 5 quarterbacks, we got to talk about winning. Are we, bro? If we love Michael Vick. Are we putting him in the top 5 quarterbacks? No.
And I love Mike Vick. Like, love him more than majority of the quarterbacks.
Yeah. Because this is like
he one of my favorite quarterbacks, and I'm still not putting him in top 5.
Because this is the thing. When you really analyzing something like that, you got to separate how you feel from the obvious logic. But like, if you're a fan of a team that your team playing the best team in the league, maybe y'all might you don't have that same confidence just naively just because you hope they win. You feel me? We like Mike Vick, but we just can't say he's better than Joe Montana because he runs really, really fast. You feel me? That'd be emotional. You can't be blind, bro. Like, you separate players. This is how I separate players, at least. The regular players from the good players from the decent, the stars, and the stars from the superstars. How do you separate superstars from stars, bro? Rings.
How you do it?
Rings. Or maybe I'm talking a higher level where it's legend, and this even goes into the GOAT conversation with music. Like, how can we call somebody a GOAT? Like, what's your requirements for GOAT? Is success in it at all?
Yeah.
That's the rings.
Right.
So it's
Yeah.
like we can't just say, man, he got the best handles and he shoot real. Like, how many people love Allen Iverson? Would you put Allen Iverson, Tracy McGrady, and who did I say? Allen Iverson, Tracy McGrady, and Melo.
What was the question about them?
They're the same, right?
Yeah.
Iverson, Melo, uh, the other
Charles
person,
Barkley.
Charles Barkley. Like they almost, but they just start. You could be
Like
a legend.
it's the people that the only thing separating them is the rings. That's those people. The only thing separating them is the ring. Like if it wasn't for the, like, you wouldn't be able to tell, huh?
Give me a rapper you think is borderline on the GOAT conversation.
A rapper that's borderline what?
On the GOAT conversation.
Drake.
No, I said conversation, not literally like the top spot, like even the top 10.
Nobody.
Ain't nobody borderline.
Like GOAT, like greatest of all time, or just they're like they're
top.
Because I can say it like this. I can say Kendrick is top 10, but he's not talked about as maybe he's the GOAT. Then that's not on people's mind. Or even J. Cole. J. Cole, all them niggas that, like, the niggas be like, they the damn sure probably want the rawest nigga out, maybe, but we ain't talking about is he the GOAT.
This how I feel like you gotta do it, bro. You gotta get your GOATs of your generation, and then you gotta pick the best of those to go against the other generation's best.
Who in between Drake and Kendrick Lamar? Who in between J. Cole and Drake? Like, who's in between? Who's in that gap?
Their class of their class, though, you saying?
I mean, like, as far as becoming the GOAT, like, you can get to certain levels, and then you can get to Kendrick level, then you can get to Drake level. Is there a level in between that?
They're the same level.
This is what I'm saying. There's never usually, no, it's not the same level. Drake and Kendrick Lamar is not the same level. Drake is above all of them.
Hell no, word.
Fuck no.
Nah, like the game, I don't even want to. I like him, but I feel like he takes himself out of the conversation, bro.
Who, the game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he takes himself out of the conversation by trying to put himself in the conversation. You feel me?
He takes himself by trying to do what?
He takes himself out of the conversation by trying to put himself in the conversation.
I mean, yeah, but that's kind of like, no, well, yeah, that's definitely how he, well, no, you just, not a lot of people is in that conversation, bro, period. It's hard to get in that conversation. It's super hard. So when you asking me who was almost in that conversation, it's not like the Hall of Fame where you can, like, nigga don't know who can go. Like, no, this shit is a big separate, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Either you over here or you all the way over here. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Drake and Kendrick Lamar, and I feel like everybody feels like when it comes to GOAT conversation, people done had that conversation about Drake, or, you know what I'm saying, like, just brought his name up. But I don't know if they felt like that about Kendrick Lamar just being the greatest of all time, bro. Because I don't feel like Kendrick Lamar related to people enough.
You're gonna just rap.
Huh?
It ain't about just rapping, and that's all he gonna do. You feel me?
See, it's
What's
like
your criteria?
when you say who the greatest rapper, you gotta say like when you say rapper, are you talking about rapping or the position, the job title rapper?
Hey, you know how you always you make sure we be very specific with the words we use, so we make sure we give the right meaning for understanding of what we actually talking about. I think this conversation is one of the ones that people definitely need to do that more with, because the greatest rapper and the greatest artist ain't the same thing.
Yeah. Um, right. That's the same way I do it for like the best basketball player and the greatest basketball player. I don't know if that's you know what I'm saying? Like I think it's possible, even though I feel like today it might be the same person, but it's possible for it not to be. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of people
The rapper,
who could have been like, man, I was better than Michael Jordan, huh?
your favorite rapper don't got to be who you would say is the greatest rapper.
Yeah, but I'm talking about not even about. I mean, I guess it is based off of opinions, but just trying to keep what your favorite is. You know what I'm saying? If I was to just judge rapping off of success or rapping off of moments or rapping off of impact, you know what I'm saying? Like I can say I feel like Tupac had the biggest moments. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like his shit had the biggest impacts, and all together, that's what makes him the greatest. Now, when it comes to the best rapper, I feel like Tupac wasn't the best rapper. You know what I'm saying? So, but I feel like he's the greatest rapper.
Yeah, because he made the weirdest.
Only person who could be greater than him, Snoop could become the greatest rapper. That's a per.
I, I,
can say,
I don't
huh?
think enough people. I don't think enough people put Snoop in the conversation.
I know, but that's because he was, because he was so. I ain't gonna say like I was about to say because he was so bad at rapping, but Snoop wasn't bad at rapping when he first came out though.
That's niggas, bro. Niggas on the East Coast was worried about that when he first hit. Snoop was raw, bro.
I know that's what I'm saying. I feel like Snoop was raw back then too, but when I look at rapping the way I look at rapping, it's like this nigga is the first ABC rapper.
Yeah, he
You
the
get what I'm
first.
saying? Like,
He the first rapper that was carried by his cool.
yeah,
His cool carried him, and most
yeah, but you say his cool carried him, but his songs was just as cool as him. So it's like his
right.
cool ain't really carry him. His songs was really up there too. Like you can play his music. Like some people's
But how many people
story is
know how
better
to
than
make that with ABC lyrics?
what happened.
How many people know how to make good songs like that with ABC lyrics though?
Right. But
That's
see,
the
everybody ain't got Dr. Dre though.
that too.
That's not Snoop really doing that. That's Dr. Dre doing it.
Now let's talk about this. How much do shit like that factor into you being the GOAT?
Everything.
Nobody
That's why Jordan ain't the GOAT. Huh?
nobody talks about that part though.
I know because there's certain things that they've already committed to that keeps them from talking about that. And
Well, that's just a level of the game that most people don't study. Knowing who the producers are, knowing who the engineer is, knowing who the label, what label they were signed to, knowing what kind of budget they had behind them, knowing what like people don't know that unless they really know that.
but
You
I'm
feel me?
saying a producer is the same thing as having a good coach.
Yeah, I know.
So, but you asking how does it factor in? So, like I'm saying,
Hey,
even with
I
sports,
be on the show. I know how much it does. I'm just wanting you to say it. You feel me?
yeah, but I'm talking about the public and them like universally including that aspect in the conversation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm saying like they don't think about um they don't want to talk about the benefit of having Phil Jackson to Michael Jordan's career because if who is Phil Jackson. When you put them two together, Phil Jackson and Michael Jordan, and you take LeBron, who are you gonna do? Who replaces Phil Jackson on LeBron's side? It's nobody.
That's one thing that I always think about with Brian is he never really had a Phil Jackson.
Right.
People always
He's
want
never he.
people always
You
want to
understand?
mention.
You always.
Go ahead.
What'd you say?
Go ahead. You got it. My bad. What you say?
I said, you kind of say how much you feel like how much a producer can benefit your work. You know what I'm saying? So it's like just being a person who feels that way can really understand like
What it takes.
what not having that does.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like how hard it is when you don't have it. So I'm being like, even if I'm one notch up under you, the fact that I don't have the producer makes me better than you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Even if I like, and I know, like, if for real, that might just be a self thing, like you know what I'm saying, self, you just feel good about yourself.
Yeah.
But you can really feel like, cause I think on that thing you sent me, nigga say, man, I was trying to lock Jordan down. You know what I'm saying? I know he was 40 and shit, but I still wanted to be able to say I did it.
Yes. I can say I did it. Still cooked
You
your ass. Now he get to say he cooked you at 40. You feel me?
know,
Worse,
bruh.
you saying you locked him down at 40. You feel me? He cooked you at 40.
After not just cooked you, he cooked you after you felt like you was about to
cook him, and he's 40. That's what I'm saying. It's worse on his end than yours. You're lamer for saying that, and then how you will be cooler for saying you did it. You feel me?
Yeah, bro.
Lito, what's up, Brody?
I don't know, bro. I just feel like the the only people that could be considered for the greatest of all time, considered, you know what I'm saying? Not really just stamped, but considered is Big, Pac, Jay-Z. I was really about to go to the era before that and like really get the niggas who started it because they can be considered the greatest. You know what I'm saying? Like
Snoop Dogg.
Rakim or something.
You
Huh?
gotta put Snoop Dogg in.
Snoop did definitely.
What about Nas?
Yeah. Pac, Jay-Z, Big, Nas, Snoop, Wayne.
Hold on. Pac, Jay-Z, Big, Nas. Pac, Jay-Z, Big, Nas, Snoop, Wayne,
Eminem. I
Eminem.
said considered. This is a considered. You know what I'm saying? Drake.
That's 8.
And it's like it don't. It's like it really. It's a hard stop after that. It's a hard stop. Like no, 50 can't be considered as the greatest of all time, bro.
Nah.
That's not even been in a conversation, bro. I don't even think it's been a conversation.
Have 2 albums and be alive. Like you can't only have 2 good albums and be alive.
50 can have a conversation of having one of the greatest albums,
Right.
but not the greatest rapper though.
Damn, man, it is a hard stop after that.
Hard stop. And all those people is kind of people that been around except for Drake. Everybody we named like was
Because
been in the game for.
with the hard stop is the success.
Well,
Yeah. Because you up there with them names you said. Like, how the fuck do you get up there? You feel me?
yeah, but everybody I named besides Snoop raps they ass off though.
But that's Jadakiss rap his ass off. Do that sound like that makes sense with him with them?
Nah, because Jadakiss rap his ass off in a different type of way. He ain't like he rap his ass off, but he don't rap his ass
Oh
off like
no,
that.
no.
Like,
No way. No way. I don't want to see no Ludacris in this. I don't want to see no Ludacris in this. We got to put T.I. before we put Ludacris. Like, there's no room for Ludacris.
I mean, like, since it's a hard stop, I would rather like say who's the GOATs of each coast. You know what I'm saying? And if we're gonna talk about like even the Midwest, who the GOAT of Midwest? Is it Nelly? He the GOAT? Is he the nigga who been most successful?
Eminem.
Is it him?
Eminem.
No, yeah. All right, so we got. What if we take out the people
I don't even
that
know
was
why
just in that conversation?
Like that for if it could have been him.
What?
I don't even know why it felt like that if it could have been him.
No, because that's like we don't even have a real rapper.
Right.
To represent us to be in the GOAT conversation. We gotta, you know what I'm saying?
So is Pot's the GOAT of the West over Snoop Dogg?
Ooh, I got one. This is
right. What?
This ain't close. This ain't like in that conversation, but this is on the break. What we were talking about.
Oh, hold on. Time out. We might need to put Kanye in there.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Ye.
That's fucked up. The work
I
though.
don't know, bro. It's just the way Ye brand himself to make me not look at him as a rapper.
But
because he was for a minute, he had his rapper hat on.
He gotta be.
That is produced, huh?
He gotta be. Now I'm trying to make 10.
I will put Kanye definitely is in that conversation because Kanye is just so many things that I be forgetting. But Kanye is definitely in that conversation. He's definitely in there.
Is Kendrick 10?
I ain't gonna lie. This is who I was about to say on the brink. I put who I was about to put on the brink before I put Kendrick. I put young boy on that bitch.
Ooh, you would.
I put young boy, like the way, I don't know what it is. It's something about that nigga. Like the way that he's able to crash out and the power that he has with his music is just like.
It's on some Tupac shit.
Yeah. And if he can keep doing this, he really has a possibility of being like in that conversation for real. You know what I'm saying?
Numbers these days are on another level.
Yeah, well,
and I know
I'm trying to think.
Talking about impact, but that's debatable. Numbers ain't. You feel me?
With the impact and numbers.
Yeah, like there's nobody that sold so many albums that there was no way that we could have left them out of that conversation, and we still did. You feel me?
Yeah, I did it though. I just did it with Kanye West.
But that's why we have to put them in. You feel me?
That's like my favorite artist.
Who else is like? I feel like it's somebody else that we might be like obviously forgetting.
On the brink, or just in general.
You think Jadakiss on the brink? He ain't even on the brink.
Nah.
That
I don't even, nah.
Brink of actual rapping.
He on the brink of on the brink of he's on the brink of top 5 or on the brink of top, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what he's on the brink of. He's not on the brink of the greatest. Them niggas like bow down to big too much. Huh?
You saying top 5 or something?
Yeah, top 5 rappers.
Like lyrically.
Yeah, he on the brink of that shit. He ain't on the brink of being called the GOAT though. It's just, huh?
I'm mixing it again. My fault. Separating the artist from the, you feel me?
All right, so what you talking about right now? You talking about rapping or you talking about like success?
Yeah, well, artists like him, we can't be talking about nothing but rapping. You feel me?
Nah, because his longevity is like he ain't had the high success, but the fact that you can like Fabulous.
But think about this, right? Everybody that we named, it ain't even about the longevity, bro. We could put them in just off of a 10-year span of their career.
Nah, to me that's Jeopardy though. No,
Yeah,
I mean,
but some of
huh?
them 3 or 4
Oh yeah,
years.
yeah, yeah. Some, but like if we were to look at like Eminem is falling off, he might put out a bad album, but if he can put out an album that's good, it's gonna do numbers. Like he just put out, I ain't gonna lie, he put out Kamikaze. Kamikaze was an album late in his career that he did well on, like even with critics. Because usually he'll do well with numbers, but not do well with critics.
Future.
Nah, he just the GOAT of GOATs. That nigga just that nigga just the greatest of all time, period, nigga.
But I mean, it kind of feels right.
No, it don't. Future, the greatest of all time?
I'm saying when we thinking of like that 10, do you think that 10 is based on times or just ever?
I'm not talking about top 10. Okay, no. You said no, it's based off of like it is based off time, but I ain't thinking about time. I'm just thinking about basically the potency of your run, basically.
Right.
The potency of your run, not necessarily how long it is, but how long it is does matter. But because Biggie had a short run, you know what I'm saying? Pac's run wasn't that long, but like Wayne's run is killing like was killing Pac and Big's run.
How long is Wayne's run?
From now, are we talking when we say run? Are we talking about like
I'm talking
being
about what
like
you.
being relevant in music or being the number one in music?
I'm talking about what you talking about. What are you talking about? Are you talking about relevant in music or being number one? Because that's two different conversations. But when we talk about being number one, I don't even think Jay-Z's is longer than Drake.
Nah, no, I'm saying ain't nothing just based off of this one factor, but I'm saying things that I'm considering. But when I consider it,
No,
it's like
no, I know.
Jay-Z's run is not when it he doesn't have a good run when it comes to those. He got a mild run. You know what I'm saying? Like his is good because of like what he accomplished and shit, but it not as far as like being hot. You know what I'm saying? Like the nigga that's hot right now, you know what I'm saying? Like Wayne, I mean Jay-Z to me was hot on the Black Album and the Blueprint. Like that's when he got like what was in but it was the Blueprint then the Black
Hard Knock
Album.
5 million. Highest selling
I'm
Jay-Z album
talking I
of all
mean
time.
I huh?
Highest selling Jay-Z album of all time.
Now I feel what you're saying. I just be feeling like certain shit can be bigger than the artist sometimes.
When we say hot, when we say hot, right? And we talking about these 10, we talking about when they went commercial. Like what made them, you
What
feel me?
made them?
From
All right, and start from there.
yeah,
All right, because
we talking about the
the album.
hot.
That's what I was talking about. Like he was at the peaks. His peak was basically Blueprint and the Black Album as far as attention and everything. That was the peak to me.
You don't count the 5 million?
With Hard Knock Life.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like nigga didn't even really know Jay-Z at that time. Like nigga listen to that shit, but by the time the Blueprint came and the Black Album, it was a different experience.
So you just
You
say,
know what I'm saying?
and you say the span is those two albums.
I'm t- with what I'm talking about. Like, it was a time where niggas was saying, man, all I'm listening to is Jay-Z and Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
Do you understand when he say first I had their ears, now I have their hearts? I'm talking about when he had their hearts. That's what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
You get what
Exactly.
I'm saying? Like, so when he had their ear, okay, we can start from there. That's like Hard Knock Life 2. I mean, the volume 2 on to.
So you saying from like Blueprint 1 to Fade to Black?
You said what?
Blueprint 1 to Fade to Black.
He was hot, scorching.
Stuck at number 1. Right?
Yeah.
Like Brady, like the Yankees, like
Like
Jordan, like Brady,
yeah,
like the Yankees, like
right.
Jordan. If he wouldn't have moved, what would Lil Wayne have did? They would have had to fight for it. You feel me?
Yeah, that shit. I don't know, man. I just feel like that shit is kind of like that shit. That shit.
And I'm not.
When
And
I feel like
I'm not taking nothing from Wayne. I'm just marking in time where it moved, and it
right,
normally moves because somebody chills. You feel me? Or somebody goes away by some kind of reason. Kings don't just be like, here you go, take my crown. They don't do that. You feel me? Somehow nigga take it. You put it down for a little while, something nigga ran with that shit. You feel me? So Jay-Z was the era of his era. From, let's say, like we said, Blueprint 1 to Fade to Black. So that would mean for
the
Lil
Black
Wayne,
Album.
Fade to Black is the movie, the Black Album. Right. I just said that been like 6 times too. I'm behind the motherfucker. So, Black Album. That came out like, what, 04? 03? Black Album came out like, what, 04?
Yeah.
Bruh, Jeezy came out in 05?
Jeezy?
Yeah. Think about this, bruh. Think of
He
how
changed
hard,
everything.
yeah, think of how, but Lil Wayne was already, but Lil Wayne was getting it off because he was
Wayne
sounding like,
was heating up though. Wayne was heating up still
yeah,
though.
but think of how fast and hard the shift was because there's no Jay-Z. I'm talking about, bro, they done took this shit and ran all the way down to fucking Louisiana and Georgia with this shit. In a year. Think about what New York rappers was hot when Jeezy was hot and Lil Wayne. I don't even remember. Bro, once it was gone, it was gone. You feel me?
Yeah.
And that shit ain't been back up there ever since.
For who? For Wayne?
For New York.
For who?
New York.
Oh.
Jay.
Yeah. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Well, yeah, they ain't gonna run a game like that no more. But they got their little shake back though.
You can't
with that drill music. They got their shake back with that drill music.
Listen, when didn't Atlanta have trap music when Jay-Z was only Jay-Z? A sound can't compete with Drake, bro. You can't beat Drake. You're not taking the game from Drake with a sound.
No. They're not gonna take the game from Drake. I'm just saying, before the drill music, they had nothing.
That's why people got to be happy with this little something.
And that's why I'm happy, because they ain't have shit.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, trap music, like, look at how much banding together and, like, cultural pull it had to take to try to take that shit from Jay-Z. None of them other niggas on Rockefeller wasn't selling like him.
You couldn't take. I mean, it wasn't that hard to take him from Jay-Z.
I mean, he put it down. That's why. You feel me? When he put out,
Yeah, Jay just knew how to position himself, bro.
nah, his position was solidified. It's just like Drake. You can't move him. If Drake take a break right now, music's gonna change, bro. When have Drake took a break? He been like his rookie album, how it felt when his like that them birthday parties is still going on, bro. Like niggas don't be having that same we're so happy you're dropping an album feel like the first time all the time. It goes away. You feel me? He got a Beyonce, like he still stops the world when he wants to, bro. Like Jay let niggas get the bricks off when he was ready. Yeah, because I mean he killed the game to a certain extent. But it's like we also got to remember what age Jay-Z got in the game. We also got to remember how much money niggas made by that age after him in the game. That's where Drake is. He's coming really, really fast, bro. Like he's coming. Like he's walking down the legacy faster than he laid it down because he started earlier. And he started at the top. He didn't work his way up to the top. He's been at the top ever since they put him at the top. You feel me? It's something to worry about. Cause that nigga's still young, bro. Like he's not even. He's in his mid 30s, and he almost got $1 billion. Like it took Jay-Z 50 years old and a half-billionaire wife. This nigga Drake almost a billionaire, and he's single. It's just him. Drake gonna be a billionaire in the next 10 years, bro. Like with no wife. That's GOAT
I ain't gonna lie, I think
conversation.
that nigga might already be a billionaire. You don't think so?
It's even the possibility of it make me want to just say, yeah, let's say he is. Fuck it.
I think it's a possibility. Like him buying them planes. Them planes ain't cheap. And I don't think you about to spend half of your money on a plane either. You know what I'm saying? Those two factors right there.
I think he got more than one. But they said his bathtub at his house is it's like marble or some type of real heavy rock shit that they had to crane it in his house, bro. They was building his house. They had to put his tub in before they put the roof on. Like, what kind of problems is this? You feel me? He even got goat problems. But yeah, bro, like this GOAT conversation, it gets interesting when you got the perspective to look at it as more than just how they rap. You feel me?
Right.
A lot of niggas don't have that perspective. They don't really got a logical understanding of how the business work. They don't really understand how much shit niggas done for themselves compared to how much niggas wouldn't be in certain positions without this people backing them. You know what I mean? Like when you
But
really
see,
know how
that's
to.
the thing. Yeah, you right. But see, that's like to me, if they didn't painted the picture bright enough to paint you as the GOAT, to me, you can still be the GOAT because of that. Like, however much marketing was behind Jordan, I don't care. I can still consider it. It worked. You know what I'm saying? It worked. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't say wasn't no marketing behind him being considered the GOAT. You can't say that. It was marketing behind making him big as fuck.
But don't that marketing kind of go back to just the belief of them seeing like this nigga different?
But it still adds to it,
Yeah,
bro. Like
sure.
camera tricks is crazy. You see how like that little shit that they just did with Steph Curry, where he's shooting all the way from the other side of the court.
Believe the shit out of that. I really believed it,
Bruh.
and then I just seen another one where he doing it like this.
You don't
I said, "Oh yeah."
think that type of like we're pushing him in our brain all the way to perfection, all the way. You get what I'm saying? What we seen was him from the other side. He didn't miss one. He made all of them, and we thought it was possible. We thought it was a possibility that it could be real. You know what I'm saying? Not even as a joke. Like, no, for real. It's a possibility that it could be real. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit crazy. You know what I'm saying? Even Tom Brady, I think Tom Brady started that shit kind of like them little camera trick videos when he was doing that shit. Cause the fact that you can even think that shit is just like pushing you further and further into that. You playing with niggas' minds, bro. And it be
So
working, bro, because it's like you just gotta know how to do it.
if we go coastal, then we saying the goats of the West Coast is Tupac. The goat of the South is Lil Wayne. The goat of New York is Jay-Z. The goat of the Midwest is Eminem.
Yeah. All right, now let's say we took away those four people. Then who they'll be?
Snoop Dogg. Southern.
Who?
I'm thinking Southern.
Future.
Over T.I.?
Not too much, but yeah. Like, and I'm only talking about now. Further down the line, the gap gonna get wider.
Jeezy not in it.
Nah, because both of those people still feel like their music declined. Future still ain't got that feeling yet. He don't got the feeling of, you know what I'm saying?
Got the Drake vibe.
Yeah, he got I found the recipe for forever. Nigga.
Get it, because I got it written down. You feel me?
Yeah.
Go Snoop Dogg for the West Coast, Future for the South, Big for New York, and I
Who
guess
from New
Nelly.
York?
Big.
Biggie? I thought we said we wasn't using that.
You said if you don't use, I said Jay-Z the first time.
Oh, you said Jay-Z at first?
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't agree with that?
Hey, bro, I don't know, bro, because I'm not saying you're not right, but Big is the greatest of all time to me. Like, far as not far as rapping, you know what I'm saying? Far as how good he was at rapping.
Now we talking about rapping or the first conversation just replaced with the four people?
No, I'm talking about rapping, writing. Well, they ain't right, but I'm talking about the craft of rapping. I feel like Biggie was better than Jay-Z at that. I'm waiting because it looked like you about to say something. I don't really want you to say nothing because
I think of who I would put on the list of that if I did that regionally over with rappers.
if you did what?
Like who's the greatest lyrical Southern rapper? Like how he just said Scarface.
Mm-hmm.
Like who could I say?
Lyrical? Andre 3000?
I think it will be between Scarface, Andre 3000, and T.I.
I ain't gonna lie. Andre 3000 is probably like somebody that we really, really forgot to say.
He would be 10 then.
Yeah,
But he only got one album.
and we like that adds to it. Like, it's not a lot of people that even gets thrown in that conversation. I ain't even talking about me and you. I'm just talking about what other people be talking about. Like, niggas be And for real, since he ain't did it in a long time, you ain't really heard it in a long time. But every time this nigga drops something, I just been hearing a little chatter. You know what I'm saying? About man, this nigga the greatest. Like,
I ain't gonna lie, bro. That verse he had on that Yay,
bruh,
huh?
that verse was crazy, bruh.
That might be the best verse I ever heard in my life from anybody.
That's what I'm trying to say, bruh. This nigga might really be the greatest, bruh. like, oh, that's where the chatter came from. That's when Wayne, I think Wayne did that. Cause he was even saying like that, huh? Like just shouting him out in songs, and niggas was shouting like he was getting his respect. You know what I'm saying? Like Andre 3000 is really, but it's almost like, well, I wouldn't say as rappers, but as far as like we were just talking about greatest albums of all time, like a lot of people would put Lauryn Hill's album up there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and as a rap album?
no, I just said greatest albums of all time. Cause she rapped though. She was yeah, because she has an album that people really, really, really revere as far as like in the classic world. You know what I'm saying? Like that Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, people really, you know, that's top notch. That's top 10 hip hop albums of all time.
Yeah. Would you put
You know
Blueprint 1?
Would I put Blueprint 1 in top 10 hip hop album? Yeah. I put Blueprint
What about
1, probably top 5.
It might be top
Like
3 for me.
that right there got a lot to do with it too. Even though if that's all you got, then because like I was about to say, 56 album is in there, but that's all he got though. As far as rappers, you know what I'm saying?
What about Good Kid, Mad City?
Not top 10. It's close, but I just feel like top 10 is really a limited amount of albums. Like, okay, so we can basically put it in there until it get kicked out, but I feel like if we was to really come up with top 10, I don't think it'll be in there.
One album in the top 10.
He ain't got one.
You don't?
No. Top 10 greatest albums of all time?
Well, we're not talking about rap. We're talking about everything.
That was the whole shit. Like, he played the game different too. You know what I'm saying? Drake got some great albums, but what I'm saying, like, greatest albums of all time.
So is Lil Wayne Carter 3 his one for that?
I think so. That Carter 3 was a monster, bro.
Yeah. We got to think about the charting songs.
Her Loss, that Drake album, Her Loss with 21 Savage, I feel like that's the only album that he didn't drop without mixed reviews. Since like Take Care or Thank Me Later or some shit like that.
I never thought about it like that.
Like that's why I noticed, like when he dropped that, I said, oh shit. Like everybody, it goes like even the CLB, like niggas was even saying it sound like the same old Drake or whatever. Like the CLB was a good album sonically. Just it sound good. His bars was apart, like, but people just felt like it felt like the same because it was the same Drake, but it
Because
was the best version of Drake, huh?
When he just did a techno dance album, that wasn't the same Drake.
It was, huh?
They didn't like that.
This the crazy part. It was the same Drake, and they were saying it wasn't the same Drake. I can play songs that he just made before that album that sounds like it should be on that album. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
He just made a full project of it, and they didn't like, huh?
Was the production different though?
Yeah, the production was different, but it wasn't different from the songs that he usually make. It was different in the fact that, like, all right, how many, if you was to look in your arsenal as a rapper, how many types of songs like, you know what I'm saying? How many ways do, you know what I'm saying? Like when you make an album, how many types of songs you feel like got to be on the album? You get what I'm saying?
Girl song. You feel like the club song and the anthem is different?
Yeah, yeah, because you could be like, I mean, it's easy to be the same thing, but yeah, it's not necessarily because for me, I'm so hood. Being in Baton Rouge is not a club song, but it's an anthem. You know what I'm saying? Or all I do is win, 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 no matter what. It's definitely an anthem, but they better not play in the club down here. If they know what's good for them.
It's funny because once the song becomes so popular, people just play it because everybody know it, and then they think it's a club song. You feel me?
Yeah, but see, a club song gets mixed up with
A pop,
the yeah because of what it's used for. It's used as a radio.
right?
This is where the masses can hear my shit at one time. You know what I'm saying? So when they looking at it like that, and then they be denied, like getting their shit denied, or not even saying denied, where the DJ kind of making it hard for them to get their shit spent,
It's
is really because you didn't really make a club like a song that helps them out. You know what I'm saying?
it's
Like, give me a
sonically, it's a small window that they looking for of what they want to play.
uh, unless it's popular. If it's not popular, it has to be in this box.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
So
yeah,
let's
but
say
Drake made a whole album of one pocket.
with the dance joint,
But the one pocket was the different pocket. Let's say you got a rap style and you every now and then test this other shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you
right?
usually make this type of music, but every now and then you make some different shit.
Right.
And then your next project, you make a whole project out of the shit you've been testing for a couple years now. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but at that point, are you still testing it?
You're not testing it. That's why it sounds good. But does the audience want to hear that from you?
Sometimes you gotta like, nigga don't want to be getting pigeonholed in like the limitations of what motherfuckers want you to do. So
That's why
sometimes
he
when
said it on the album.
sometimes when you got the lead like he do, you just be happy you can sacrifice some of it to try something. Then hey, if it don't work, I'll try again.
But
He
but it's like
right
it
back
ain't even
with
about
that.
trying again. It's really just about making music. And you know what I'm saying? And when I put it out, it's gonna do what it's gonna do. But I really just made this to make it because let's just say I hear a drum line or something, and I like that bit so much, I want to make a beat like that drum line. You know what I'm saying? Like or a beat with those type of melodies in it. Like it's just something that I gotta express. Like how it's like a curiosity of wondering what does this sound like when I put my spin on it.
Yeah, but at the same time, I guess I agree with what you're saying. It's just I don't know, bro. I'm trying to figure out how to say it, but it's like it's basically just saying I agree with what you just said. You feel me?
Yeah, but I'm saying like, what's so
So what
hard to just say?
so what you think make the GOAT producer?
Same shit. Yo, Run, who I think is the GOAT.
Cause but the thing about producers that's different is your range of who you worked with is factored into that. You feel me?
Mm-mm.
No? Tell me something then. Cause I didn't think you'd say that.
Because as long as your range of production is good enough, then I don't care if you did all that with one person.
So name a person that's in your top 10 producers that did a whole catalog with one person.
Manny Fresh.
That's not one person.
I know, but it's still the same thing. What I'm saying, like his whole, like this is the opposite. He of working with everybody. He only worked with one label. You know what I'm saying? Like he couldn't work with, and then he established becoming one of the greatest off of not moving around.
And nobody else in your top 10 work like that, right? Excuse me.
Not like that. Manny Fresh I feel like he wanted the only ones like that kind of.
Is Swiss Beats in your top 10?
Up, up. I don't like Swiss Beats like that.
Either.
But when I hear his shit, sometimes I could be like, I like that shit or whatever, but it's just like I don't put it in the greatest type shit. But his longevity is like worthy of being in the top 10. And not even longevity, but like what he has accomplished as well.
Do you think with producers that
like he makes some raw ass beats, bro? You know what I'm saying?
But I feel like the first person that really stamps your sound, you're only as raw as them.
Fuck no. Maybe.
Do you get
if you talking about maybe as great as them, huh?
I'm saying, as far as like, because how many more? Like, how much shit did he do bigger than what he did with DMX?
Who?
How much shit did he do bigger than what he did with DMX?
He did some bigger shit than he did with DMX. Like a few things.
Where was it other than Jay-Z and Beyonce?
Nowhere. Wait,
Hold
on. Yeah, nowhere. I can't really think of that right now.
He got a Drake, but it ain't like a.
Nah, that ain't no, he don't.
Yeah, he do.
I'm talking about big shit.
Well, placement. That's what I was saying. It's not a ring. It's a ring off, but it's not like a,
No, I'm talking about impact.
Yeah, like he's not a make a artist producer. We're looking at it. He only has DMX, Jay-Z, and Beyonce. Who didn't they make that they work with, bro?
Yeah.
Like he got a little Chris Paul to him, bro. Like I don't really be knowing why do people be putting him so high. You feel me?
No, okay, he like DJ Mustard.
Nah. Mustard he around with it, bro.
No, he ain't working with. I'm not talking about how many people he worked with. I'm talking about as far as his sound. Like how DJ Mustard got his sound and he don't really like.
But he got LMA.
Like I ain't gonna lie, huh?
But he got LMA.
Yeah. But he just got that or maybe I'm just looking at it as a West Coast sound, you know what I'm saying? It's still I don't know, bro. Maybe not DJ Mustard, but I was really just saying like as far as him not spreading out with his sound, like he just don't spread out with his sound. He may occasionally, but not a lot to really like look at him in a different way.
So when you said you don't like Swiss Beats, would you still put him in your top 10?
Not of my top 10 of favorites, no, but the top 10 of greatest producers ever, he might be up there.
Oh, he's not. I'm gonna find a way to not put him in there.
But see, and it's not even that many. It's way less producers that's in the conversation than rappers in that conversation. You might not even like be able to find 10 people you can do it with producers.
Who did we start with? Who did we start with?
I start with Dr. Dre. I start I mean, Dr. Dre,
Timber.
Pharrell, Kanye, Timberland, Swiss Beats.
Manny.
Manny, and Manny. I knew I was forgetting someone. And Manny, that's it.
That's it.
That's it. Nobody else is in the conversation of being
Scott
the greatest
Storch.
of all time. Huh?
Scott Storch.
Scott Storch is like Charles Barkley when it comes to that. Like you're there, but you're not there. I'm not talking about rings. I ain't talking about rings. I'm talking about how you can be right there and you're still not there. Like even like Kevin Durant, like you're there, but you're not the greatest of all time. And you look like it, and you're still not. You're doing everything that the greatest do, and you're still not. Like my mind is made up type shit. Like that's what I'm talking about.
But what? How's he not?
Because nobody ever has ever said that. Ever.
They rolling at that.
You are motherfucking.
But I'm just if Swiss Beats is in there.
Yeah. Swiss Beats didn't start off as a piano man. Like just the whole like Scott Storch came in as Robin. And then like Scott Storch made some shit, but nigga, Scott Storch had a run. I'm not saying Scott Storch didn't have a run. He had a run. But
he could be in the top runs.
It didn't feel the same as anybody else's run. Huh?
He could be in the top runs, just not the top producers.
And he could be in the top producers as talent. But he's not like if we're talking about 10 people that can be considered the greatest, or we just talking about top 10. If we're talking about just top 10, then yeah. Cause I really feel like some people feel like, man, I didn't learn everything I know from Manny Fresh. You get what I'm saying? Like that's top greatest. Like
one off. Cause I mean, we said Kanye, Dr. Dre, Timberland. Did we say Pharrell? Kanye, Dr. Dre, Timberland, Pharrell, and Swiss Beats. Man, Swiss Beats is nowhere near no four of them niggas.
He nowhere near what?
He ain't nowhere near none of those four. Scott Storch deserved that fifth. He need to be on the second five, bro.
Now you got me thinking. I'm trying to figure out what puts Swiss Beats up there, bro. And cause I really felt like I felt this way before the verses.
You know how many rap and R&B hits Scott Storch got, bro?
Yeah.
Like if we look up their charting songs.
I'm not talking about stats. I'm talking about perception.
I mean, but who do we even say for the next four spots for perception? Like, what's the caliber we even talking after that?
For perception, that's what I'm saying. For perception, there's nobody really in that conversation. If we were just talking about, we had to talk about like people like that, Rick Rubin or some shit like that. Even though I don't know if we had to talk about shit like this, like Quincy
We talking about rap,
huh?
Talking about rap producers. So.
I'm talking about producers. Quincy Jones, the greatest of all time, the GOAT, the real GOAT.
Yeah. He gonna get put in front of everybody.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like we have to do shit
What
like
about
that.
No.
I mean, like, are you just asking me just to ask me?
Who the second best producer from the South other than Manny Fresh?
Mike Will.
I don't know. I didn't know you was gonna say that.
You did? You said the greatest, like the greatest, or just like, well, not, I ain't gonna say the greatest, not greatest. If we talk about greatest, then it'd have to be like Metro Boomin or something. Or like I even think if we talk about Metro Boomin on Southside, I think Metro got more of a like Southside definitely up there, but Metro, I think it might be Metro, bro.
It just sound funny going from Manny Fresh to them.
I know it do,
But I mean, I'm
but
not really
everybody,
anything against it. You feel? But I mean, it kind of makes sense. Like these are where all the hits is coming from for the South this generation. You feel?
yeah.
The producer conversation is a little. The rap conversation get a little hard around 9 and 10, but the producer conversation get hard around like 6 or 7.
6 or 7.
Ever
Yeah.
for rap, like you said, you got to start going to genres that's more than that. Like, can we put Metro Boomin in the top 10 ever over somebody
Do I
like
put?
here?
You said what?
Over somebody like DJ Premier?
DJ Premier?
Yeah,
The top 10, like Pete Rock and shit like that.
yeah.
Yeah, but see, Pete Rock, DJ Premier, who's some other like Jay Dilla? Like Jay Dilla really that nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Uh, not Ninth Wonder, No ID.
No idea really that thing too.
It get deep.
RZA
RZA,
really that thing too.
yeah, like this is real product. Like that, those people gonna look like what the fuck, Metro Boom, like you know. But it's like they know numbers is involved too, so that it ain't like a wild ass thing to say. But it's like when you really know what we really know about production and hip hop for real, it's like, can we really do that, bro? Like, you feel me?
Yeah, but that was at a time. The only reason why it's weird like that because that was at a time where they was marketed differently. Like people was marketed differently back then, so people's names got bigger. You know what I'm saying? Like the separation got. If you get in, it's not a lot of people getting that field right now. You know what I'm saying? Like
You think people like, because the people we named, Dr. Dre, Timberland, Pharrell, Kanye, Swiss Beats, they don't, they not computer niggas. You feel me? You think they'll ever say a nigga that make beats on Fruity Loops is one of the greatest of all time?
a nigga that make beats on Fruit Loops, that what?
You think that they'll ever say that a nigga that make beats on Fruity Loops is one of the greatest of all time?
Yeah, fucking right.
They gonna have to.
They got.
Yeah,
Yes, they do.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying
they gonna have
they
to.
have to. There's no way they can't.
I mean, I'm saying if he shows up, he got to be him
What about
first off.
Beethoven?
What about who?
Beethoven.
Zaytoven? Yeah, I put Zaytoven over Metro. Easy.
I put
I ain't gonna
Beethoven.
say easy. I don't want to disrespect Metro like that, but kind of easy.
I almost want to put him over Swiss Beats. That's just how much y'all really fuck with him like that. You feel me? Hit Boy is
Yeah.
getting.
Swiss Beats just got the fact that he come from a golden era. You know what I'm
It's the
saying?
rapper that he worked with. He didn't make them.
Yeah.
They made everybody they worked with. You feel me? But that's something that, depending on your music IQ, you look at it like that or you don't look at it like
I
that.
mean, but
Organized.
it's just a different era because if Swiss Beats came up in this era, he would have a lot of like Swiss Beats got one of those sounds that it sound like it could take over like a Playboy Cardi type sound, like a sound that don't nobody make type shit. Like,
Bruh.
no, not his sound, just the type of sound he got, how it's not like nobody.
Bruh. You know what I hate the most?
And it's drum heavy. Like, his shit is 808. His drum heavy. He's just from the East Coast. That's why it don't sound right.
Bruh, listen, he makes good music. But it's certain things that the brand consists of with certain products that you're just gonna get every single time that you just don't want that shit every single time. You feel like how Saudi McDonald's fries is? Sometimes you're just not in the mood for Saudi ass fries today. You feel and every one of his beats come with ad libs on them, and the ad libs be like, yo, 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 yo. Every single time, bro. Every time. And I don't be in the mood for them yo-yos all the goddamn time, bro. It's just like, and they never not on there. They're on there every single fucking time. It's like how Manny Fresh do the ladies and gentlemen. He do that every time.
Hey, listen. I feel you. But check this out. The shit that he probably produced that don't sound like that, you probably don't even know it's him, and that's why you saying that.
Hey, I would love to hear it.
You know that nigga did that, let me put my gloves on and my scrubs on. Dr. Carter to the rescue. Excuse me. That shit off Carter 3.
I don't remember that song, but that song that he did on
sound nothing like that.
The song he did on Carter 6?
Carter
5?
6.
Carter 5?
Yeah, no, it ain't sound like the shit he did on Carter, like that shit, it sound like Swiss Beat.
Bruh. Yo, 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 yo. It'd be like, damn it, again, bro. But again, I understand branding. You either with it or you not. You feel me? I'm coming like this every time. The people that love it, they're gonna love me for coming just like this. And the people that don't, turn the channel. Because I'm coming like this. That's funny, bro. But yeah, Zaytoven, I think Zaytoven need to be up a little higher, bro, than most people think. I think he's definitely in the top 10. You feel me?
Nah, for sure. That's just, I mean, that's my fault for real, because he is higher. I just didn't mention him. Metro at the front of my mind because he dropped already.
What about Drummer Boy?
Yeah, but he didn't get the proper, like, everybody I'm naming got the proper respect from everybody. You get what I'm saying? Like, I ain't talking about the people who ain't get
regional respect. Yeah, I feel you. You talking about like national?
Yeah, and not even like national, but just when I say respect, I mean like, nah, yeah, you're right. It is that. I guess it is that because when I say Zaytoven, I do think regional, but I feel it's like a universal. Everybody look at him the way I look at him, because I don't look at him like that because I'm from Atlanta. I look at him like that just because that's who he is. You know what I'm saying? And that's what he did. But yeah, like.
Let me ask you one more question. We're gonna wrap this up because we went from GOAT artists to GOAT producers, and I got a GOAT group question. Do you think that Takeoff passing is gonna make people rank the Migos as a higher GOAT group?
Yeah, of course. It's about moments.
I think it's even gonna make older people rank them higher.
Yeah, for the simple fact that their music not gonna stop playing, and eventually they're gonna hear it. Or the older motherfuckers might die first, or they might not. You know what I'm saying? But because the shit I'm talking about is something like the Migos gonna play for a while, because it's something that got to be proven over time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? On what makes, like, how people start looking at them and really they putting them on a higher pedestal and a higher pedestal the longer you stay around, basically. That's kind of what I noticed by, like, me doing beats down here. Just the longer I do it, I'm doing the same shit I've been doing. You know what I'm saying? But just the longer I do it, that's the only thing that's changing. Because I've been doing it longer than everybody.
Right.
Everybody's starting to call me this, say this, or you know what I'm saying? But it's just off of how long I've been doing it. And I feel like the Migos got well, I don't really know for sure, but I feel like they got some music, especially just how music is now. It don't operate the same way. Like a lot of music can stay around. It's like a lot of one-hit wonders that really got about 2 or 3 hits though. Like there's no such thing as a one. Like I guess there is a such thing as a one-hit wonder, but it's less of them now. It's like one-hit wonders usually at least drop another one.
You know what's the difference, I think, between streaming and the way album sales used to be? When a one-hit wonder makes the first hit, right? With streaming, the second song can be close to a hit just off checking to see if it's good as the first one.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
You could,
But see, that's what made me think about. Cause
that's
like,
what
I
you
think
mean
about like design.
the little 2 or 3.
Huh?
That's what you mean by the 2 or 3.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean.
You're gonna get a couple more just because they making sure you ain't you it or you're not. You feel me?
Right. But like the second one don't have to be whack though, but it don't have to be the one. You know what I'm saying? And you can put out another one after that one. You know what I'm saying? And get something like usually like how it used to be, I guess like coming through the label, they ain't about to give you that many chances. You know what I'm saying? Like
When you get the one, they buy you a couple more tries.
but when with the label, it only buy you like one more try.
Right.
And that's all it was
Yeah.
back there is it was label work back in the day. Like
Right.
label this, label that. So now since it ain't no label, you know, you'll get a couple extra tries now.
Right.
Which is good. I guess that's good. You know what I'm saying? You get a couple more tries. But it's good, but it is what it is though.
Right.
Either you got it or you don't. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why like Fetty Wap, like I think he stopped making good music because his motivation stopped. But if his motivation would have stayed there, this nigga was gonna make it. Like he was making them bitches.
Yeah. But yeah, man, we about to wrap this shit up. I figured out I'll be high sometimes, so I ain't gonna say the episode number because I always fuck that up. So I'm gonna just say this is another episode of the Outspoken Livecast. My name is Flamborghini. This is my dog EQ. We got an announcement coming up soon. I'm gonna let my man get his situation situated, and we'll keep you updated because he got some major shit coming up, man. I just want y'all to tune in. He trying to be easy, looking down. He trying to be all modest.
I wouldn't even say like it's a thing, bro. I let my actions talk for me, man. You know what I'm saying?
I was talking about him. His actions were talking for him. You feel me? So yeah, it's another episode, man. Stay tuned. We got some new shit on the way. This is my regular guest that's gonna be on every week. So we got some more shit to talk about next week. Make sure y'all stay tuned. And we going live on Instagram this Friday. So tune in, follow us on Instagram at Misfit, at Flamborghini DYT, and we out of here.